Hey everyone, thank you for tuning in. I'm back with another video. Happy Friday. Let's get into it because Charleston White done lost his mind. This man is out here trying to make what Claressa Shields is bringing on herself. He's trying to make it about colorism and that there's this double standard because Latto's not held to the same fire that Claressa is, according to him, right? And this is the thing. I hate when people make this about colorism when it comes to Claressa, when she constantly, on a daily basis, engages and flaunts her situationship, her affair with Papoose online. She doesn't want to keep this under wraps at all. She loves flaunting it. She even loves talking ish about Remy. In interviews, in the comment section, she makes this what it is. They want the attention. Claressa calls herself the algorithm. She wants to be spoken about. She's doing interview after interview, post after post, live after live, bragging about being with this married man. Latto, on the other hand, and I've spoken about Latto. I have done a video on Latto. She's with the married man, correct. They had a baby. His wife and his other baby mother, they're like kumbaya together. They're all cool together, right? Latto wasn't going online or going live in an interview saying, I'm having a baby next year. I'm having a baby next year. I'm this, I'm that. This is what I'm doing with this man. She wasn't doing none of that. In fact, she was rapping about like not having a baby, paying $500 before she ever trapped a ninja. You know what I'm saying? That's what she was saying. So I'm not gonna even front. Like, I was a little surprised to see Latto be pregnant because I'm like, oh, you rap about like how you not gonna have a kid and things like that. So her being pregnant was kind of like a surprise because she wasn't telling people this is what she was gonna do or planning on doing. And the situation with the wife and the baby mother, it seems like they're all okay with whatever situation is going on. Latto was, of course, wrong for being with a married man. I've said this. 21 Savage is just now starting to kind of post about her. But how many photos of the two of them do we see online the way we see Claressa and Papoose? How many do we see? Does Latto go on live? Do you see her in comment sections bragging about or trashing his wife or his other baby mother? So the situations are different, even though they are both with married men. That is correct that they are both with married men. And we have seen his marriage license, and they're apparently still married, even though Latto went on a Breakfast Club and was like, no, he's not, right? Remember she said that? But either way, the difference is Latto and 21 Savage are not in our face, flaunting, having issues, getting together the way that Claressa got with Papoose. It's totally different, and it has nothing to do with color. It has nothing to do with it. If Claressa was Latto's complexion carrying on the way she is, it would still be the same drag. It would still be the same. It has nothing to do with the color of her skin. And it seems like he wants to hop in and do exactly what people claim that content creators do and bloggers do. Doing things for clicks and views, right? This is a prime example of doing something for clicks and views because he doesn't know what he's talking about. He clearly has not been following this saga for the past 2 years. He wants probably Claressa or Papoose or somebody to post him or whatever. Who cares? But it's a reason that he's coming out saying this. He's always speaking on topics and sounding crazy and just, I don't take him serious at all. I really don't. But you know what's funny right here? You see who liked the photo, the post I mean? The daughter did. So she is agreeing with what this man said, knowing she literally was living behind the scenes and witnessed, I'm sure, her father in infidelity, you know? Remy has already said that there were other women. So when it comes to her and Papoose, we do not know who he possibly was dealing with before Claressa got in the picture. We don't know that. So listen, I'm going to play a clip of some of what he said. I didn't want to play all of it because I honestly can't take this man. I really can't. Let's just take a listen to this part though.
Why y'all don't talk about 21 Savage and Latto? Latto don't get no backlash for getting pregnant by a married nigga. If Claressa Shields was a light-skinned girl, mixed breed, nobody would have a problem with her. But because she's a darker skinned complected black woman, who's in physical shape, you can't beat her up. She got a mouth on her. She speaks out against somebody who speaks up against her. And they're trying to vilify her. Why are they trying to vilify her? Because Papoose and Remy Ma had a public separation. Remy Ma got caught cheating with another nigga. She left Papoose for another nigga. Papoose stayed single for a while. Took him a year or so, and he got with Claressa. What the fuck is wrong? Because they ain't got married. Or he ain't got a divorce. Bitch, I got a wife and a girlfriend. Why y'all don't talk about...
He would say some ish like that. You know what I mean? He doesn't know what he's talking about. Like I said, there was never a public separation until Remy exposed Claressa being with Papoose. They never came forward and said, like, or announced that, hey, like, we're separated at the moment, or whatever could have been said. We didn't know. Whatever Remy and Easy had going on, when Papoose was with Claressa, or exposed for being with her, he was sleeping on Remy's couch, still in her home, sneaking around with Claressa. She was the sneaky link. She had her fiance. It was a lot going on. Claressa just said how her and Papoose were together for 6 months before they were exposed, which means they were together longer, which means maybe we don't know when Remy and Easy started messing around what exactly Papoose was doing, whether it was Claressa or possibly another female. We don't know this, is what I'm saying. He said that people are trying to vilify Claressa for her actions that she willingly makes on a daily basis and shows. Her and Papoose rub their situationship/affair in our faces 24/7. They want to be talked about. We can't find no photos of Latto and 21 Savage. He wouldn't even show his face in her maternity photo shoot that she did. We got a hand and him covering his face with a hoodie. There is a vast difference when it comes to both of them putting their relationships out in the public. Affairs, I would say, because the men are still married. Totally different. Claressa sits and engages. She antagonizes. She goes back and forth in comment sections. Every interview, even the clip. Before I started recording this video, I saw the teaser, I guess, for her interview with Cam Newton, a clip. And in this clip, she's talking about having a baby next year. That's what the clip is that she posted, I believe. Or it was either she posted it or it was on a blog page. Either way, somebody posted a clip of the interview with her and Cam Newton. And that is the clip that was chosen for her talking about having a baby next year by Papoose. And then when people like Miss Shanika ask her a question, this is her reaction to it. When she is the one that constantly speaks and talks about and brags about and brings up their situationship. That is the difference. He clearly does not know what he's talking about. Once again, he's talking about Papoose took a year off and then got with Claressa Shields. Who told you that? Who told you that? If he took a year off and then got with, because he needed to heal, I guess, right? And got with Claressa Shields, then why the hell was he still living with Remy? Why did she have to kick him out? This narrative of Remy being this cheater that ruined her marriage. And she did her interview with Memphis Bleek. Of course, she didn't speak on Papoose. She didn't speak on anything like that. And I'm going to do a video on that as well because I watched it. However, for a man to sit back and say and excuse Papoose and possibly what he contributed to their marriage ending because of his gambling problems. Of course, he didn't speak about that. He didn't speak about this man gambling the money away and being broke as hell. He didn't speak about that. He talking about some Remy cheated. He took a year off, then got with Claressa Shields. So what if he's still married? She was engaged. You ain't speak about that. He didn't mention that either, that she was engaged at the time and talking to another man. How is that situation the same with Latto? And like I said, I'm not a fan of what Latto's doing either. But when you compare the two, Claressa is the one that is out here just parading this affair around. She's the one doing it. And it has nothing to do with her being vilified because of the color of her skin. He just wants to start a conversation up that is definitely being started up because I see a lot of people are putting videos up about this. People are commenting on this because he doesn't know what he's talking about. And it's just as simple as that. And then for the daughter to sit here and like it, knowing she knows way more probably than Claressa knows because that Papoose is literally her father, just shows that she once again wants to make Remy look bad. Latto and these baby mothers and slash wife seem to have some type of agreement. Even if Latto doesn't fully want to be in agreement, she's willing to for 21 Savage. So if they were arguing online and going back and forth, then I would definitely be like, okay, Latto, you look crazy. The wife is right, whatever. But it seems like the wife doesn't have an issue with it. That's the difference. Latto could be the same complexion as Remy or Claressa. And if that was her in the photo, if she had that complexion still in the photo with these women, it would be the same response. It has nothing to do with color. She's not getting a pass because she's mixed. She's definitely wrong too. He talking about Claressa's in shape. He really sounded like her. And the way she sits and how she just literally just sat on live and broke down while she was with Papoose, right? Like, what is he talking about? She's a professional fighter. Why do people keep talking about how she can fight? Okay, she's supposed to know how to fight because she is a boxer. And that's her job, to fight people in the ring. Him saying they had a public separation, Remy Ma got caught cheating. There was no public separation until after we found out what was going on. Papoose literally filed for divorce after it was exposed that he was messing around with Claressa. So why this year that he's talking about, this year that Papoose took off, right? Why wouldn't he go file within that year then, right? If everything was done. If Remy was this big cheater and the marriage was over, why did he stay? Why did it take for him to be exposed before he filed for divorce? When Claressa let it be known, they were already messing around for 6 months before that. So she was messing with him for 6 months while he was still married. He hadn't filed for divorce yet. But Remy's this big cheater, and he was right in what he did. Going to sit there and try to make Papoose look like he is this victim and that he was done so wrong. And Remy is this cheater that ruined her own marriage. I'm pretty sure he's going to speak on this more, probably go on a podcast and speak about it at this point, because this is done in his car. This live was done in his car. And I think he's going to be speaking on this again, and just Papoose will probably repost him or say something, because you see, like I said, the daughter's in the likes. So it won't be long before either him or Claressa repost him or say something to try to co-sign what he said, like he spoke facts when he ain't know what he was talking about. He didn't even know that Claressa had two other men aside from Papoose. One was a fiance that they were still with, at least as of that August, because he was posting about her. So let's see if he can be told about that. What he has to say about that. That Claressa had a whole fiance. And Maserati bud. At that time. So guys, let me know what you think about this. Please drop a comment. Please like my video. Subscribe to my channel. Thank you all for watching. And I'll talk to all of you again soon.